everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope you are having a fantastic day today. And I thought I'd try to put this out before I go and do the DoorDash thing. I'll record it at least. By popular request, I've gotten a lot of requests to do a reading on SUDIKSHA Konanki. I'm bad with pronunciations. I do apologize. Konanki. She is a 20-year-old from my local area. Well, she was not from it, but she was attending college from my local area at Pittsburgh University, which is almost in my backyard. I could get to Pitt in 45 minutes. Okay. Her and 4 other girls, college students, went on spring break or something like that down to Dominican Republic. And on March 6th, I believe it was, she was reported missing. And apparently they were partying pretty hard because she was last seen at just before 5 a.m. So they were out pretty late on the beach. Her and someone else, maybe these other girls, they met up with 2 other American guys. I believe one of the guys' name was Josh. Don't quote me on that one. But they were partying, or she was with this other girl, and they met up with these 2 guys. Well, the female that she was with kind of left her alone. Like, walked away and left her with Josh, allegedly. And this is a good place for me to say, before I get into the actual reading, that everything in this reading and in this video that I say is just my opinion, not based on fact, for entertainment purposes only. It's my interpretation of the cards. Do your own research for your own cards, form your own opinions. I'm just a blonde throwing cards here, okay? But we want to dig into this. I'm curious. I've watched a couple videos, which is not always typical. Once in a while I will. And I've only seen like 2 readings on her. A lot of news reports, no doubt. A lot of news reports. But only 2 other readers read on her. And I was hoping that, and one of them was Ashley at the Reckoning Co. I do respect her. She came up with the opinion that it wasn't foul play, that it was a freak accident, but Josh is making things up to cover his ass because he's saying, oh shit, I'm going to be implicated, and he wants to distance himself. Another reader that I never heard of before, I came across her channel, and she seems to think that there was some kind of ritualistic thing going on. I'm going to throw my own cards. You know, everybody's interpretation of the cards could be different. Let me say that now. And I read very intuitively. And sometimes I ignore, I'll announce what card I draw, but I may ignore the words on the cards because something in the image or the vibe or the message comes through. For me, the cards are just a tool to jumpstart my intuition and get the messages flowing. So I hope you got your coffee. And let's kind of dig in. Now, I have been shuffling. I am going to actually use my own true crime deck. This is my True Crime Investigations Oracle that I designed a year ago. Okay, so I think it was in April or May, when I finished this deck. And I do have some copies available. And one person that, I'm ashamed to say this, there's one person that ordered that I somehow missed on getting her deck out to her, but it's on its way. Okay, we have it in a couple of days. Anyhow, so she's getting her deck, and I still have some copies available. And I was just called to use my deck today. Sometimes I use Alicia Wicker's, sometimes I use Ashley's, and or other people's decks, but I was called to use my own. So let's get started. See what my deck wants to say about this incident. Okay. I do not read them in the reverse. PSYOP. Okay, that's only telling me, like, I could take the word PSYOP and I could see the government there. Government's involved in the case right now. Intuition. There we go. Accident, change, and plot twist. This is going to be interesting to figure out. This is about trust the tarot readers. I mean, sometimes my guides and my deck even makes little jokes like that. Trust the tarot readers. But this is intriguing because what I just got from this is the government's Dominican Republic and United States, and from her own hometown in Virginia. Yeah, that's her hometown. She was attending school in Pittsburgh, PA, but she was residing in Virginia. They may even try to get in touch with psychic mediums. Just saying. Right now, accident is showing kind of like they're looking at Josh as a person of interest, if that is his name. I think that's his name. But there's some kind of change or plot twist. This can also be a change of seasons. That, in other words, we get information maybe even late spring, because I'm seeing a change of season. Right now, I know, I'm pretty sure Dominican Republic has a totally different weather system, and I got to take this robe off. Starting to warm up. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today. Then drop back down to the 40s and 50s next week. I'm saying, oh, hell no, Mother Nature. Get a hold of your bipolarism. But anyhow, but up here, and the cards are referencing what my understanding are change of seasons. So we are currently still technically winter for another week, and then we go into spring. So there might be some information that comes out in the next week about her that they may start looking at this as an accident. I'm going to take half the deck. That's a 140 card deck. It's hefty. I want another card to finish off this row. Thank you. Victim. You know, she might be found soon. I'm not feeling like she washed out to sea. She might be found. And when she's found, like right now, a lot of people are looking at it being an accident. Now, card readings are subjected to the time that it is being read, the trajectory right now. You know, the future's not written in stone. Things can change. But this is looking to me like it's like maybe even looking at like an accident. I know that's Josh's story here. And there's intuitive hits or something, and the intuition could also be talking about mystery. the mystery of this disappearance. Looking like an accident, but there's some kind of change or twist here when she is actually found. Okay? With that victim card. That might change everything. Let me get the bottom half. Two cards from here, which ruler, boss, that reminds me of government. Yeah, there are some of them that I'm going to have these as a discounted price because they work, but there's some misprints on them. Trash dumpster. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. I'm looking for 3 more cards. 2 more now. Meeting. Government politics. We got 2 cards here. That's probably the 2 governing bodies. Can I get 1 more card, please? Not taking these ones. Ritual sacrifice. That's what this other reader was coming up and getting. This is interesting. Let me just take a look out for shits and giggles. What's a card under the deck? A rat, a snitch. Okay. We got a rat, a snitch. Hostage or ransom. Guilty. Okay. Law enforcement. There's more involved to this than meets the eye. Okay? Can't pick these cards up. I like having nails, but what is this one? No. Man-made disaster. And then I'm going to stop there. We've got a little bit of a storyline starting here. It's a man-made disaster. There's law enforcement here, which is almost like there's going to be an arrest. There is a rat, a snitch, who tells about, who have been quiet, that maybe she wasn't deceased quite yet. Hostage. Man-made disaster. Something happened on that beach. And somebody is guilty. And is going to need to be facing justice. Or will be facing justice. Okay. That's interesting. Now, I kind of want to get some more into this. And there's a meeting here. And it could be her meeting her fate, her destiny. In that meeting, something looking like an accident. There's certain cards I do want to group together. Let's just pull these up. And something about the garbage is striking. There could be evidence in like a dumpster or something like that was thrown out. There could have been some kind of ritualistic thing that went on. Now, I'm not trying to bring other readings into this, just trying to read on my own. But when I feel it's worth mentioning, I'm going to mention it. Because it feels like that other reader, I think Ashley, first of all, may have been picking up on the vibe, the energy, how things are going to appear. This other reader was thinking, well, could there be a trying to get this mic position properly. Could there possibly be some made to look like an accident? But she brought up some kind of sexual ritual or some sort of sacrifice. I'm only bringing it up because I'm getting that same vibe. To be honest, I'm getting that same vibe. Could it be part accident and part crime? Absolutely. Because I'm kind of picking up vibes of both accident and ritual. Like maybe, did she run and try to escape and ran into the water? That's another distinct possibility. Now, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of things going around. And I'm going to use Ashley's Threads of Fate spread to start out. To see a little bit more. This is kind of like making me think of she ran into some bad people and that maybe they committed certain crimes, but maybe not the big M word. The first thread, the variable. Okay, where does the investigation truly begin? What detail sets everything in motion? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards on this. And this deck is from the Eye of the Beholder on Etsy. It is the Primero Tarot. Okay. Man, I need to get my nails done again. I need to get a feel. I just noticed that. Anyhow, let's go ahead and see what the cards want to talk about. Where does this investigation begin? Let's see what we have so far. We have the Ten of Diamonds, which is Ten of Pentacles, which is talking about a deeply rooted organization. It's a community. Then we have the Ace of Diamonds, which is also an offering, an opportunity. It could be something being handed. It could be evidence. And we have a gesture here. Now, a gesture is like a wild card type thing here. Okay. In here, when you get one joker, it suggests that there is a trickster energy. Two jokers could be some kind of inner ability to overthrow or overcome a certain outside attempts to thwart your goals or projects. And when you get one of these, you need to draw another card. But there seems to be some kind of trickster. This is almost telling me that she was tricked. Like given an opportunity, an offer, that she was tricked and she wound up in the hands of a group. That's what I'm feeling. Give me one more card for the Jester, please. And we've got the Five of Hearts. Disappointment, emotional loss, regret. So, there is definitely sadness around it. She was tricked, hurt in some way. Let's get this deck out by Ashley. Okay. I'm going to set the intentions. I'm only doing uprights with this deck. So if something comes out reversed, I will turn it upright. We're only doing uprights with this deck. So, can you tell me more, Spirit, about... Didn't even get the full question out. We've got the Seven of Hearts and the Nine of Hearts. An Avenger's Path, which is a victim, relentless pursuit of justice, fuels the story, and then you've got Web of Deception. This screen has deception, trickster energy all over it. Let me get I'm going to roll the dice for the Nine of Hearts. And we got an 8. Which is a potent moment of closure or clarity. Yeah, there's something came to an end. I think the energy I'm getting is the truth about this offer or what was going on had to be silenced. And this web of lies, another 8. And we have love becomes a perfect cover for betrayal. Emotional vulnerability exploited for personal gain. This is feeling like that there is some sense of guilt. Not saying that Josh is guilty. But it feels like someone knows something, because we did get the rat, we did get the snitch card in the true crime. I'm just getting where the story begins is when she and her friend parted. And that might be where some of this regret and this emotional loss is coming from. Somebody feeling very foolish for leaving her there with this other guy. And like I said, I'm not saying he did anything nefarious. I roll. But it led to something else. It feels like maybe others joined. Are there even any webcams or anything like that on this beach? Any cameras? I would like to know that. But she was lured away. She was lured away, is what I'm getting. Okay. The next question in this spread is the unseen force. What deeper motivation, belief, or fear influences the key players? So the unseen force. What is unseen in this scenario that is influencing other key players? What unseen forces? Well, this fell out in a clump. We've got judgment. A decision that was made to move forward, almost like a sneak attack, I feel, with the Knight of Swords, or Spades, Knight of Diamonds, okay, this feels like a judgment call was made to approach her in a very stable, calm manner that was leading her into some sort of danger. And we got temperance, moderation, tempering, patience. I'm getting an exchange here between two people. I'm feeling like, and then we got the Six of Wands, somebody with ego, some kind of victory or something being recognized. This almost feels like, I'm just seeing these two cups and they're going back and forth. There may have been a certain level of intimacy between her and the guy on the beach. I'll stop saying his name. I'll just say the guy on the beach. But with the Six of Wands, sometimes it's a victory, sometimes it's recognition, sometimes it is ego. It's almost like somebody's ego. There's definitely a calming. Is that what this is? Was she trying to use her own diplomatic skills to try to calm the situation before it got out of control? And it feels like, she made, I'm not feeling like they did something to her, per se. I'm feeling like she made a decision. Center card is that offer that seemed to be bona fide, that seemed, because, hey, this is another American that she thought she could trust. She thought she could trust him. They had exchanges. It was very calm. But it very quickly escalated into ego, into something else. Maybe even transported someplace. And she made the decision to make a run for it. That's what I'm feeling here. Tell me more about this run for it. Unsealed secret. Okay, remember the rat. She made a run for it. Unsealed secrets. Confidential, no more. Truth revealed. We're getting a lot of this, a lot of deception around this whole scenario. And we're getting a lot of truth revealed. And then we got the number 3. Okay? So the third one down is the consequences of unchecked ambition. The consequences of unchecked ambition. And what I'm being drawn to also is the one right above it. It depends on how you count this. If you count that as 1, then this is 2. Then there's really 9 on here. But this one comes up as number 8. So it could be either one of these in my opinion. But what's standing out is a shocking confession that changes everything. Remember the rat from the true crime deck. Somebody confessing or squealing. Somebody coming forth with the truth about what happened. I think, personally, I think she made a run for it. I do not think these people, whoever was involved, I think they had a plan. I think they had a plan of unaliving her through certain rituals. I believe that there was SEXUAL, ASSULT. I do believe that, by more than one perpetrator. But it started with this guy on the beach. 2 guys on the beach. I don't know what happened to the second guy. Or wait a second. I'm sorry. She was left with both guys. That's right. There's only one mentioned as a primary. I don't know what happened to the other guy. So I think these 2 guys were scouts, to be honest. And the one friend that she was left with bolted out of there, probably felt danger and said, nope. But she left SUDIKSHA by herself. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, honey, or to the family. I'm not the best at pronunciations, as I say all the time. And then the next thing we want to know, the next one is the interwoven clue. What detail, when connected to others, reveals a larger pattern? I think that question may have even been answered, but we'll go ahead and pull cards on that. What detail connects to a larger pattern? Like ritualistic, possibly? Ritualistic patterns? Okay, we've got the world and El Diablo here. World domination. This is I feel like that this is some kind of eyes wide shut type of group that is a national group. That would explain why maybe, possibly, allegedly speaking, a couple American boys could be involved. And she's got tatas on here. Okay. I think all these cards do. There it is. The meeting between the 2. This is like a very seductive type of energy that is leading to a worldwide group. Making me wonder if the other boy, the other guy that was with them may come forward about the smoke screen. 7 of Hearts. The hearts are the cups. This is like there is a smoke screen, an illusion around the meeting. And we've got the 3 of Swords. It first came, they told me it came out reversed. I wasn't going to read reversals here, but I'm leaving it in the reverse the way it came out of the deck. This is a recovery from a heartbreak, heart pain. This is almost like I'm feeling like someone connected. Okay. Now, the question was basically what detail? When it comes to other people, reveals a larger pattern. I think someone's guilty conscience wants to correct what had happened, and that's where the rat comes in. So the detail, devil's in the detail. That is some kind of satanic cult type thing. That is a worldwide practice. A worldwide practice with the world here. So I think the detail is going to reveal that this is a pattern, this is a situation, a belief system that goes on all over the world, not just in Dominican Republic, not just in the United States, but all over the world. This is gonna, I think, somebody's gonna squeal and come out and tell the truth. That could be shocking, especially the details that come into play about this organization. I'm still not seeing them doing anything to her directly, but I think the attempt. Because the accident card, my guides keep reminding me about the accident card. Okay. I think I'm not going any further with that spread because the other questions I just looked at, they've already been answered, pretty much. Now, I just kind of want to know, I want to know more about, I'm going to ask about the accident card. Okay. I don't want to ask about the accident. I think it appears to be an accident. I think she went into the water, but I think it was more as an escape. It's kind of what I'm getting. So I'm going to ask the cards to give us information about an alleged accident. Was this an accidental drowning? What are the circumstances around the accident theory? Okay, what are the circumstances around the accidents theory? And I am being called to use Alicia Wicker's spread. One of her spreads. Okay, we got the World card again. With the Two of Cups. So this is a group, somebody that she met through traveling, right? And a devil in between. I shit you not. Deceiving, deception. In the past. Regret. 5. There's 2 cards stuck together. 5 of Cups. 5 of Hearts. Feeling betrayed by somebody. She thought she could trust this guy. It was all an illusion. Three of Swords. 9 of Spades. Somebody is not sleeping well over all this. Somebody knows the truth. That this poor girl was lured away through a potential love connection that, you know, the devil can also be a SEX card. There was intimacy. There was definitely intimacy between her and this one guy on the beach. But it kind of lured her into a bad situation. It's done and over. The World card came up twice, and it's also talking about that she's not with us anymore. Somebody's not sleeping over the illusion. They're creating a story and not revealing the heartbreak of what really happened to her. This, I'm willing to bet it's Josh. I think he knows what really happened, and he's covering something up here. Intuitively, and I'm going back to that intuition card. This one. And I think that this was actually a personal message for me to trust my intuition. It was not necessarily an accident. It was, but it wasn't. She got herself in a precarious situation. And I think she ran into the water to escape, to get away from somebody. And there might be some devious sexuality here. Like, did he force himself on her or something like that? But there's this energy of fear and regret. And I think somebody is regretting this accident that happened because they're the cause of it. They are the cause of it. She ran to get away from somebody. There's still this, she was lured into a situation. I do feel that there's more than one person. It started out with this one initial connection. But I feel this guy is not sleeping well. He's thinking about everything that happened, maybe even going over in his head his options. He's definitely putting a smoke screen over the devil of what really happened. There was something there. Ritualistic. I feel that very strongly. And he's covering that up, but he's trying to figure out how not to implicate himself as well. So, to sum this reading up, I do feel that at the very least, the guy that she was with knows a little more than what he's telling. I do believe that there was intimate contact between the two. I believe that there are others around, and she got lured into a really bad situation that could have involved evil, ritualistic type activities. That she escaped that to only lose her life in the ocean. That's what I'm feeling. That's where the accident card comes up, that she escaped something, but she went into the water, and her drowning was the accident. What happened prior that forced her into that water was not. And so there's somebody going to face some kind of judgment. I can't, because I can't get away from this card. Okay, can't get away from it. And they're meeting. That became a man-made disaster. The accident was man-made. Because they tried to capture her and hold her as a hostage by someone in charge. kind of order to go get this girl. But there's a snitch in the group. We do have government entities. And I feel like these are, and we have 2 government cards, which is talking about 2 government bodies. I think of them working together to try to bring justice, law enforcement in. And I feel that when she is found, I think she's going to wash up, that it's going to change everything because there's going to be evidence on her body. Just saying. There's going to be maybe somebody even confessing. Potentially the rat comes out and confesses something of their involvement and where to find potential evidence that may have been dumped somewhere. So that's what I'm getting, folks. That's what I'm getting. And I'm going to end the reading here. I do thank you for tuning in. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It tells YouTube that I'm doing a good job. Okay? So, anyhow, I will see you guys in the next reading. Love and light.